Meanwhile, Catholics across the world rejoiced with the selection of Pope Leo XIV, and that includes right here in Wisconsin. Armand Rahman caught up with some of them moments after they heard the news. Armand?
That's right, Eric. You know, it's multiple layers of excitement for local Catholics here. The new Pope was elected. The new Pope is from America, and for here in Wisconsinites, the new Pope is just from a state down south. And meanwhile, even though Bishop Donald Hying is a cheesehead through and through, he said he's able to put aside the fact that Pope Leo is from Chicago, Illinois, and might be a sports fan for them. Take a look.
Forgiveness is part of our Christian nature, so we can forgive sports allegiances that we do not share, right?
Disagreeing about Chicago sports with the new pontiff is something no American would have expected. But joking aside, Bishop Donald Hying agreed it's a monumentous day for his faith in his country.
I think Catholics in the United States will be rightfully proud.
And in Madison, they were proud, celebrating by ringing bells at St. James Church minutes after afternoon mass, which is where many, like Matt, heard the news at St. Patrick's Church.
And that's God calling down, you know?
Just being close to like home and the home roots, it's like, yeah, this could be, you know, in the future, somebody that's within our like parish here in Madison.
Pope Leo's roots as a missionary in Peru were also a similarity for others who might have just missed crossing paths.
A country where I lived for about 15 years. Interestingly enough, I've only been a Catholic for 9, and I was a Protestant missionary there in Peru, so it's kind of interesting. We were there at the same time, but I never had a chance to meet him.
It's that missionary attitude Bishop Hying hopes Pope Leo can bring to the role when keeping the faith active in places like Africa, among other hopes for his vision.
Continue Pope Francis' focus on missionary discipleship. Continued vigilance and action regarding the clergy sexual abuse crisis, which the church has been dealing with and has certainly implemented many appropriate safeguards.
Matt hopes he keeps the faith top of mind.
Maybe seeing Pope Leo here, you know, continue what Francis had with his heart, but then also to, you know, really hammer down on like Catholic tradition and get back to some of the church's like main core teachings, because I think that can be flawed in different areas.
And Bishop Donald Hying says he was old enough to remember when Pope John Paul II, the statue that you can actually see behind me, actually made a trip here to the United States. He says maybe he expects that Pope Leo will also make an international trip, and maybe he'll make a stop right here in the Midwest. For now, reporting live in Madison, Armand Rahman, News 3 Now.